This is 1000M. It's being called boring and excessive by some, but it may actually be one of the best affordable luxury apartment buildings in all of Chicago. It was designed by a world-renowned legend who has unfortunately since passed away, and the pandemic almost ended the whole project, but some major design and strategy changes saved the tower from almost certain failure. All that and more in today's video, let's get into it. The 1000M Tower, situated in Chicago's vibrant South Loop district, epitomizes the pinnacle of luxury residential living in the heart of the Windy City. Designed to stand out in the urban landscape, this architectural giant stands as a testament to the late Helmut Jahn's visionary brilliance. Originally envisioned as a condominium development, the project underwent a significant transformation, culminating in the approval of revised plans by the Chicago Plan Commission. This reconfiguration saw the tower evolve into a residential haven comprising 738 apartments, a strategic adjustment in response to market dynamics and changing preferences. Construction of the structure, spearheaded by James McHugh Construction, commenced in 2019 but encountered a temporary hiatus amid the COVID-19 pandemic. Despite the profound loss of Helmut Jahn, whose tragic passing in May 2019 left an indelible void, developers remained steadfast in their dedication to honoring his legacy, making sure the tower was going to be completed. Realized by the studio carrying on his name and legacy, 1000M marks the last residential tower by Helmut. Jahn has been called Chicago's premier architect, who has dramatically changed the face of Chicago and has led to commissions across the US, Europe, Africa, and Asia. Jahn buildings have received numerous design awards and have been represented in architectural exhibits all over the world. The 1000M Tower, nestled within Chicago's South Loop, boasts a design that seamlessly melds innovation with sophistication. In collaboration with Jahn Executive Vice President Philip Castillo, the tower's aesthetic allure is matched only by its structural ingenuity. The building goes from a hard-edged street wall to this softer tower. The street-facing side of the tower, overlooking Grant Park, features curved corners that gesture to the landscape. The crisp edges on the building's northeast side, by contrast, speak to the rest of the city. The volume transforms into a parallelogram. You get this tilted facade on the north and south sides with a strong diagonal. And as Castillo said it, that's how the geometry resolves itself. The bottom of the tower seems to blend in with the surrounding buildings and then separate into the more unique shape that Castillo is referencing. As mentioned, originally conceived as a condominium development, the tower underwent a meticulous redesign, resulting in a configuration comprising of 738 apartments. Standing tall at a height of 805 feet, the tower underwent a reduction of 27 feet from its initial plans, while still retaining its distinction as Jahn's tallest creation in Chicago. Now let's talk about what's inside the tower. The first 7 floors are made up of parking and more. It's been said that there are only 325 parking spots, which means the ratio of apartments to spots is greater than 2 to 1. This move was considered intentional though, as the apartment and the city want people living here to focus more on using public transportation to get around. While I don't necessarily disagree with the goal, I can imagine that this was also due to a space constraint in the tower, and this may lead to more people being forced to park in the area, which, if you think about it, is the opposite of the intention. On the other side of the first 2 floors is a lobby and management area, followed by plenty of amenity space on floors 3 and 4 for things like a basketball court and pretty much every other type of fitness room imaginable. Also, in terms of amenities, floors 8, 20, and 21 will have outdoor lawn and garden areas with things like indoor and outdoor pools, as well as things like conference rooms, offices, and various lounges. Perhaps existing as the most exciting amenity, the skyscraper will include a 73rd floor observatory available to all tenants. And yes, for those wondering, this is the very top floor of the entire building. Outside of the ones referenced, all other floors are made up of almost entirely apartments. These apartments range from studios all the way up to penthouse suites. And don't worry, we'll talk more about pricing in the final section of the video. The studios range from 481 to 750 square feet, the 1-bedrooms range from 650 to 1,000 square feet, the 2 bedrooms go up to about 1,600 square feet, and the 3 bedrooms end at around 2,500 square feet. While some of these larger 3-bedrooms are considered penthouses existing on floor 70 and above, the real trophies here are the massive 4-bedroom penthouse suites encompassing more than 3,000 square feet of space. And as you can tell from these pictures, the penthouses are absolutely breathtaking with some of the best views of the city. Kara Mann Design, who is also well known in the Chicago area with work displayed in the New York Times, Wall Street Journal, Architectural Digest, and more, designed the individual residences and nearly 40,000 square feet of indoor and outdoor amenity space. Mann mentioned she wanted the interiors to have a purity and lightness, a statement she seems to have delivered on. The construction journey of the 1000M Tower has been characterized by perseverance, adaptation, and unwavering commitment to realizing a vision. As mentioned earlier, this was spearheaded by contractor James McHugh Construction. The project commenced in 2019 with ambitious aspirations to redefine the city's skyline. The official groundbreaking event was held on October 24th of that same year, when skyscraper fans in the city and all over the world could finally rejoice as this long-anticipated project was set to kick off. However, the project encountered a significant setback not even a year later, when construction was abruptly halted in early 2020 amidst the onset of the COVID-19 pandemic. Despite the temporary pause, the project's developers, Time Equities, JK Equities, and Oak Capitals remained determined. The financing landscape underwent a transformation, with construction financer Goldman Sachs initially providing support for the foundation work of the $470 million structure. However, 3 months after the pause of construction in July 2020, concerns surrounding the evolving real estate market prompted Goldman Sachs to withdraw further financing, casting a temporary shadow over the project's future. Developers opted to pivot the project from condos to apartments, a strategic decision that probably saved the tower in the long run. The reconfiguration saw the total number of units increase to 738, with a mix of varying sized apartments, catering to a diverse range of lifestyles and preferences. Despite these challenges, the construction journey of the 1000M Tower serves as a testament to resilience and adaptability. With the approval of revised plans by the Chicago Plan Commission and ongoing negotiations for financing, the project resumed construction in late 2021. And fast forward to today, as the tower's construction journey enters its final phases, anticipation mounts for its imminent completion, anticipated to welcome residents starting on May 1st, 2024. Although, despite moving these residents in, all of the final construction is not expected to be wrapped up until the end of the year. Let's dive into this a bit further. I mentioned earlier that this was one of Chicago's best affordable luxury apartment buildings, and I just want to set some expectations here. The apartments are by no means cheap. They are just considerably less expensive than most traditional luxury apartment high-rises. Asking rents start at $2,075 per month for studios, just over $3,000 for 1-bedrooms, just under $6,000 for 2-bedrooms, right around $8,700 for 3-bedrooms, and just under $15,000 per month for 4-bedroom penthouse suites. The average rent for an average apartment in Chicago, according to Redfin, was right around $2,300 per month. This means that a 1-bedroom unit in the 1000M starts at only $800 more than the average per month. Considering all of the amenities and the opportunity to live in a tower like this, I can see people who make under $100,000 a year springing to live here, which I want to reiterate is not at all common for a tower this new and high-end. Now let's get into some of the drawbacks and criticisms of the tower. Some architectural critics argue that the tower's height is excessive for its location on Michigan Avenue. They question whether such a tall structure harmonizes with the historic context of the area. Additionally, the tower's cantilever, which extends 12 feet over a neighboring historic building, has been both praised and criticized. While some appreciate the innovative design, others find it visually jarring or out of place. And of course, some skyscraper fans were expecting the tower to look a little less bland. And lastly, although it's cheap for a luxury apartment, it is still far from affordable for the average person. Outside of these criticisms though, I couldn't find too many negatives about the tower. Hopefully it will become another staple of the city known for its many iconic skyscrapers. If you have a suggestion for a future video, please let me know down in the comments. If you want to check out a different video that I've created, I would really appreciate it. I make all types of engineering related videos, and it takes me around 20 to 25 hours to make each one. The channel has been growing like crazy over the past few months, and I really appreciate the support. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.